And for them, they believed that it was their role to develop their country, not the topics and the talk we have here every time that the government is correct. So the president came to our country and said we need to begin an institution that trains people on mindset change. And since our main economic activity is agriculture, let's focus on the agriculture that we can transform from subsistence to commercial. We're a sister institution to Champanzi, majority of you have been there, but our focus, I don't want to talk more about Champanzi. We talk about mindset related to agriculture. And that's why we are here. And briefly, when we talk about mindset, it is very hard. The way people reason, the way they feel, the way they behave. The choices they make, and then the decisions they do what? They take. And then also the actions. And for us, we're saying in mindset change, we focus in eliminating the negative one, mindset, and replacing and embracing it with the positive one, mindset. And basically, mindset is a gradual process. For a community, for a person, for a country to transform or to change, it takes what? Time. But I'm happy to report, when we have these conferences and workshops discussing about food safety, it means that we are what? We have started. There are countries that are not even what? Started. And even us, we know where we used to be in the last 10 years. So these are indicators of what? Development. And when you look at the indicators of development, always what happens is that situations become very, very hard to the communities, to the people, and then themselves will begin gathering like the way we are we are gathered here to begin to forge what? Way forward. I think we need a very big answer for this. And I want to say that after here, we should have the action points. And whatever we're going to discuss, we should not live in this one, in this room. There are two words. What will be the next 30 years after here? Because this one is now history. We should either form a WhatsApp group, the people here should be followed. If there is the next meeting, they should be the main people. The challenge we have that the group that is here today might not be there the next one. Yeah. And then every time we have a conference or a symposium like this, we continue discussing the same one. Same thing. So today what we're going to read, by the time we come back should be an what? And we keep moving forward. Now, there are key things if we want to achieve this. The main one is the role of government. And you know, government is an umbrella. But also it's very important for us to note that we are over government. For us to reflect on the past, when we're talking about this mindset change, where have we come from? And where are we now? And where do we want to go? All these countries that have developed, that's why even in the ministries in every country, there is an agenda, there is a strategic what? Plan. After 5 or 6 years, we move to another step. Me, when I was a young man in my home village in Uganda, there were leaders and they were called the parish what? Chiefs. They would always ensure that roads are cleaned by the community. If you own land along a feeder road, it is your responsibility to ensure that that road is what? It's clean. But now what has happened? That is the role of the district and everyone. Government. We used to see vets by that time that when food or pork or meat is condemned, they mobilize the community, first tell them the dangers of consuming that meat, and then together they set it on what? Fire. Nowadays that one happened. The vet, after realizing that, will begin engaging the owner of the meat, and then slowly they find the what? Those are the models we're talking about here. And the minister also what? Mentioned. It's not about enforcement, that someone is going to police people to do what? To follow this. And the question yesterday came in the webinar, when the food is rejected, where does it go? And members, South Sudan has come. Most of those people are living with us here. They are going back to their country. How does a country like South Sudan really speaking? I'm not saying they should contribute, but if we're not careful, these neighbors of ours are going to overtake us. And we say that Uganda being landlocked should be an opportunity, not a challenge. For us, when we were in the primary, they used to tell us the dangers of being landlocked. You're accessing the But one of the presenters in this area said that you see, when we are landlocked, we have the opportunity to trade with all of those ones. You can go to Kenya, you can go to Sudan, you can go to Congo. Those are all advantages, and also to us who are farmers. But if we are not considering these standards, time will come when you go to Kenya, they say, when you go to Rwanda, they say, go back. So really, we have to think outside the what?
The box.
The box. So, in conclusion, we have much to talk. I didn't have a presentation, but what we do in our institution, we cannot train all Ugandans. But we have agreed that we target the local farmer and more especially the extension staff. It is now unfortunate that the extension team is not being facilitated at what? Even one day we discussed that how do we make our mindset reach everyone in Uganda. And we agreed that the academia, the extension workers have the element of mindset change in their training. It's just a matter of reminding them. Because when these people go back to the districts and the sub-counties, then they will be in a position to disseminate their information.
John Bosco, just a quick interjection.
Thank you.
As the Institute, the National Farmers Leadership Center, who is your target?
Our target is the local farmer and the extension worker.
Would you like therefore to make a commitment what the institution or the center is going to do in addressing the food safety issue?
Yes, thank you. The Korean government has given us the second project. And even the government of Uganda is supporting the institution, they give us a subvention. And right now, we are reviewing our training manual, or what we call the curriculum. And the areas are mindset change, modern agriculture technology, because we have a demo farm, and then we have cross-cutting issues, where we look at gender, HIV and AIDS. And yesterday, when we were in the webinar after, we agreed that the issue of food safety should also be included in our training manual, so that every person that comes to country goes with a dose or a packet of food safety.
My last question would be, is that how do you get to this farmer? Do you go direct or you work through the infrastructure such as the NGOs, the farmers, groups? How do you mobilize the person that you target?
And this one is a challenge, but we are engaging government. That it should be the role of government to train Ugandans on mindset change. Okay. To sponsor, like the way it's doing with the health and universal education, and government is taking it up. But also we have gotten civil society, we have gotten so many organizations that have come, and when we train them, they go back to communities. And also in our budget, we have some funds allocated for follow-ups. And I want you, when you go back to community, we have been working with the ESLV project in Mbiji and Bichana. Okay. If you go to the communities we have trained, their lives are not the same. And the communities they live, you find the basis. Because in mindset change, we focus things like Obuluju want to see, community work. Like I say, it is not the role of government to tell you plant a tree, have a latrine, have a plate stand. Do some farming that will benefit you. And then also the issues of nutrition are serious in the brought up, that people should be encouraged to eat quality food. Because we believe that in the weak population, we might not reach where we want to be.
Okay. Thank you very much. Principal John Bosco, you can give the microphone to Grace. Alright, we shall give him a moment to ask him if there is any, but let's first hear from Grace Namagembe. As a processor, a producer, what do you have? What's your experience?
Good afternoon, team. My name is Grace Namagende. I work with Inska Poultry International Limited. It's an integrated poultry management system. And in actual sense, processors like today have not been given a very good chance to play their role in food safety. But what I have to tell you, we play a very important role when it comes to food safety. We have a lot of processors, food, beverages, a lot, and they all have to embrace food safety. So, like the kind of system I come from, we have breeder farms, we have hatcheries, we have feed mills, and we have the abattoir. So at any time A, we are producing a final product which goes to the consumers. We can produce the eggs, we can produce the feeds, we can produce the chicken, and the day-old chicks. They all end up on the market to the final consumers. And then, as a food safety expert, what do we have to do? What are we doing? Why food safety? The company where I come from is Food Safety Management System certified under ISO 2018 and product certified by UNPS. But are we implementing all those standards? Actually, it's not one standard that comes into play. You will find we are implementing a lot of standards. At every point of production, we have a standard that is governing our operations. So, if we ask ourselves, why food safety? Someone may answer, to increase awareness among general public on foodborne risks, highlight actions that drive these risks that need to be done by actors in the food industry. And that's all what we're doing. Then to protect consumers from foodborne illnesses, many processors of food have actually brought diseases to the final consumers due to carelessness, negligence, and failure to adhere to the available standards when it comes to production. Also, to highlight on the issues of aflatoxin, that is minimum residual levels and antimicrobial resistance. Where do you find the kind of systems we are coming from? You find in our feed mill, we use a lot of grain. We use maize, we use soybean, we use sunflower, and all those are really affected by microorganisms, fungi, and then the aflatoxin. We have internal labs, we do the analysis, but you will be very much ashamed when a very big truck from a reputable company is your supplier. When you do the proximate analysis and you do the other chemistry analysis, you will find some of the products that have been delivered do not meet the company specifications and then the national and international specifications. And when you tell someone to drive back, they say, who is she? Well, how much does she need to be paid so that my truck can be offloaded? So it's not easy what we go through, the challenges we go through, that even the operations managers work with, they look at the quality assurance team as an enemy. When you're in the meetings, they will not be happy because they know you are not there to look at only the good things. You look at the positives and then the negatives.
Grace, at that very, Grace, just a moment.
Yes.
At that very point,
Yes.
what control, how much control do you have and influence do you have on your off-takers or suppliers to make sure that really they follow the right standards and procedures for food safety?
Okay.
How much influence do you have?
Yeah. I have the influence. and as a food safety team leader in the company, I play an important role when it comes to supplier evaluation. So when it's supposed to supply beans Poultry International Limited, you're supposed to pass through the quality assurance manager. So the quality assurance manager and his team, a team of auditors, will always go and audit the company. If you're not meeting the specifications, we shall inform procurement that such and such a company does not meet our specifications and is not fit to supply us. So that's how we do it. And we have internal laboratory services where we do rapid tests and get to know what is entailed in what you are bringing to us. And also source for external laboratories to validate our results in internal labs. So you compare with UNPS lab, URI, Chemifa, a lot of accredited laboratories to see that whatever you are processing really meets the standards.
You are also comment based on that. You are also comment as we go to the next.
What I can say, we have a lot of emerging food safety challenges that come from the environment. We have zoonotic diseases. We've got a lot of microbial contamination at all levels, right from the farmers up to the secondary processors. Then we do have a lot of antimicrobial resistance and plastic packaging in circular economy. So my comment can be on plastic. For instance, in Uganda, we don't have any lab which can test migration tests on our carreras or plastic packets. We always have to source from our neighbors, Kenya, to find out that the plastic you are using in any way, its materials are not migrating into the product you're processing, which is really a handicap on that side. So we need to have our own laboratory which can do that so that we are able to utilize it. UNPS does not have when it comes to, and they always ask us that question. Yeah, in the audits, but we don't have any lab. So we always task our suppliers for packaging materials to do that test. So when we go for supply evaluations, we pick those results to see that actually their plastic has been tested.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We shall come back to you later. Let's hear from Patrick.
Okay, thank you.
Patrick, thank you very much. And you're a farmer, right?
Yes, please.
Are you the one who normally, are you part of the group that supplies us with chemical coated tomatoes?
No.
Okay, give us your experience.
Okay, thank you very much. By the names of Patrick.
All right.
From the Uganda Farmers Common Voice Platform, the banners aside of the screen. So we have 4 chapters: the central chapter, the northern chapter, the eastern chapter, and the western chapter. Our mission is to be a collective voice for smallholder farmers and the like-minded CSOs. So personally, the experience about food standards sales lives. Actually, we farmers, we play a bigger role in contaminating food. But contaminating food does not mean that we shall not require for our services or seek for our services. For example, the morals, the values, the upbringing matters in the mindset change, in that the farmers we deal with, the minister talked about the extension system. Yes, they don't have money. But for us, our motto is stop until something happens. So if there is no money to facilitate the extension workers, last month we were in Mozart,
We met with all the DPOs of the central region, and I had two questions I asked them. Why really you were given an increment? Of course, you have information. Yes, salary. We know their salary, and we asked them, why do you all of a sudden stop working? We are not facilitated. Yes, they were open. We are not facilitated. When you go, I have a small budget. When I come on the ground, you farmers need facilitation. Yes, the mindset of farmers, if you want them gathered to give them information, they will need facilitation. If you don't have it, you just teach the tables around and the desks. So it means you have to do what? You have to look for facilitation. Yet this information, the information they are giving us, it is beneficial to us. So now, before farmers, what they need, if you to come and give them info.
But just a moment. Specifically, you're a farmer, right?
Yes.
What are you farming?
I'm doing the maize, matoke, and coffee.
All right. What contribution have you personally made towards securing food safety? What do you do?
As an ELF extension farmer,
Okay.
if the extension workers don't come, for us we do train them the information we are given.
You train them on what?
We train them on good post-harvest handling.
Good.
Then the good disposal of the bottles used after spraying and whatever. And all the extension service that we got from our extension workers.
Yes. Do you need any help from anybody around?
Yes, of course, especially the naive. I mean, especially naive and UNPS.
Talk to them as you go through.
The message goes to naive that facilitate the extension workers at the district, because they are the ones who are supposed to train us up to the grassroots. If they train us up to the grassroots, therefore we shall not contaminate the food because we are not informed. All right. Then the second message goes to UNDS.
All right.
I'm disappointed that this is the fourth time we are expecting to do that UNDS. The message to UNDS is, instead of coming to arrest our farmers, my fellow farmers, first to train us, because we are processing the juice, we are processors, we are not trained. You cannot just come and just arrest us, what you call enforcing, when you've not trained us. So we need trainings so that we know, so that next time you come and blame us on what you've told us. Otherwise, we are going to continue processing contaminated food until you come and train us and give us standards on which to follow. But because we don't.
Is that the pledge you are committing to us?
I'm not committing. It is an outcry.
All right.
Yes, because we are processing, farmers' mindset is like, whatever we do is to our benefit. If you are not catered for that, it is really still a struggle. We also need your cooperation. If you come with if you cooperate with us, we shall be together.
All right, thank you very much, Comrade Patrick. Can we clap for him? Ladies and gentlemen, our time is now. It's about 5 minutes past 1 o'clock, and we are supposed to move out 30 minutes past 1. Shall we give ourselves a few more minutes to give the first 5 hands to ask one? Alex, the commissioner from Maif, Professor, and the panelists that have already spoken. We have a farmer, we have the principal, we have Grace, we have Zaima from the civil society. So the first time